Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is. So today we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas. So if you don't know who she is, honestly, just a quick search, Google search, you can deep dive into her. She has a lot going on. So basically I'm just going to sum it up for you. But Trisha Paytas is was one of the first YouTubers, one of the first iconic YouTubers, okay? She's still iconic to this day, but, she's a mother now, but we'll get into that. So, she's also been on YouTube for 16 years, okay? She's been running the game. So, she gets into a lot of drama. That's how she's kept her career alive for, pretty much 16 years. She just kind of stopped getting into drama, literally a few months now since she's had her baby. So, she's in drama, stirring up beef with all these different communities, offending lots of people. And, that's how she would stay relevant. I can relate, but not to that extent. I'm not beefing with hella communities. You just have to look into what she does. For me, I just beef with people that come for me first. She will, she's the type of person that, I don't know, learns a whole new religion, posts it, pretends she has allegedly pretended she has disabilities, this and that. She goes to the extent. So a little bit different, but so yeah, she's been in drama for a lot in the past. So she recently got married around a year ago to her husband Moses. She just met him 2 years ago as well. That's a whole different other story. Me and my boyfriend have known each other longer than they were together, but she also is 30. I'm just thinking of it from my perspective. I'm that is so quick to marry someone and have a kid with them. It hasn't even been a full, it's been a little bit more over than a year before she got married. They know each other for a year, but she wants to do it quick because she's 32, I think. She's in her 30s, early 30s, so time's clicking on the clock to have kids, so she just wanted to do that quick. Understandable. I have time, so I'm not trying to rush into anything, so I gotta look at it from a different perspective as well. So now she just had a baby, so every year it's something new. She wants to have another baby, so good luck to her. She had complications having the first one because she thought she couldn't get pregnant, but then she ended up getting pregnant. And ever since she got pregnant, she's this is what I always wanted, this is why I was in so much drama, this is why I was such a hateful person, I'm not gonna be hateful anymore, this and that. And people are kind of the people that are still mad about the past drama are kind of watching her is she for real, is she serious, this and that. She can't be for real. They're waiting for her to slip up any moment. And they also try and come for her a lot because they want her to slip up because she's offended so many people in the past. So she's trying to be drama free. Just had her kid. Her kid was born in August, just a few weeks after the queen died, RIP. So people the trolls are coming for her, saying that the queen was her baby. They just try and come for her for everything, she's always the talk, because when you're in drama, you're always the talk. I can relate to that. It does bring the coin, I'll tell you that. So I get it to an extent. One thing about her though, people like to say she's not consistent at anything she does, because she tries to do skincare, she tries to do different lines, whatever. She is consistent on YouTube. 16 years. That is her number one. That is her baby. YouTube is her everything. She's been consistent. And people like to say, oh, she's not consistent because she's doing so much drama and different things on YouTube. But what they don't realize is the main thing is the YouTube. So she's doing a bunch of different things, but it's for YouTube because she's consistent in that. You know what I mean? You don't have to be consistent on YouTube for just doing one thing. So it's worked for her 16 years. People don't see the bigger vision, But I do understand that she has offended a lot of communities doing it, and people are kind of saying she has all she has because she offended all these communities, this and that. But it's the views. To me, it's if you don't like it and you're hating on her, don't watch. If you're really upset about it, just don't watch, because it's the views that give her the money. Anyway, so now that explains to this. So if you don't know what Reddit is a different app that hardly anybody uses. A lot of people do use it. I'm not gonna say hardly, but Reddit's kind of a lame app. If you use Reddit, it's what the fuck? You wouldn't outwardly say you use Reddit. Everybody on there has a fake profile name because it's more private, discreet, so that you can just basically comment everything you want without your person being attached to it. Just basically where all the trolls are born. all the trolls, like, if you're a troll, you're on Reddit. Like, for sure. And each Reddit has, like, their own group, so you have to, like, join the groups, and then, like, there'll be discussions about that topic and stuff, and, like, on that subreddit, you can only, like, post about that topic. So there was a subreddit made, and anybody can make, like, a topic, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think anybody can just make a thing, and if people join it, great. And then you guys all discuss, like, could be different topics, even if you just, like, for me, sometimes if I'm wondering about, like, a certain website online that, like, is it a scam or not? Does it have good shipping or not? Like, wherever, I'll, like, search that into the Reddit, and then, like, a bunch of people will be putting their opinions on it. But a lot of people, like, make it about people, and then you just talk, like, shit about creators and this and that or whatever. So if you have a Reddit page, they, you know, they're gonna come for you. Basically, there was this Reddit page made. It's called Trishyland, and basically just a bunch of people are on that. Like, it had like 60,000 followers. Like, it was like a lot of people subscribed to this Reddit. It's like one of the biggest Reddits, one of the biggest, I think there's other big ones, but I'm not too sure. Like, once I found this one, I was like, oh my god, that's how I really discovered Reddit. I was like, this is crazy. Basically, they just want to expose Trisha for everything that she's done. So, like, you know, they say that, like, she made up fake, like, R-word allegations too against, like, this teacher. Like, there's a bunch of stuff, so if you want to go, like, look at all this stuff, it's all online. Like, I'm not gonna do a deep dive because it's too much. She's done a lot. She's done a lot. You can't deny that. She's offended a lot of people on purpose. I think personally on purpose, like, to get the views. So whether you believe she did it on purpose, that's up to you, you know. But she is, you gotta admit, she's like an entertainer. She is an entertainer, a born entertainer. Like, she wants to entertain, so she gonna entertain. And that's what YouTube is about. That's why she thrives on it, because she, A, doesn't care what people think. She doesn't care. You know, she'll still do it anyway. She might care. Like, you might care, but you're still gonna do it, and it's still gonna get you, like, the views. Like, you know, that's her main goal and point. So, anyway, this Reddit called Trishyland would just constantly post about her, constantly, like, drag her, just, like, you know, keeping tabs on her, talking shit about her, like, this and that, like, just constantly saying different stuff. And eventually, like, Trisha's always trying to get it taken down, reporting it. And eventually, like, it did get taken down for copyright. The reason is copyright. So it wasn't like bullying or harassment is the reason it got taken down. It was taken down for copyright, because they were literally, like, just screen recording her YouTube videos and putting it on there because they didn't want her to get the views and stuff. Like, oh, here, you can watch it on here, so that she can't get the views and this and that. So eventually, like, you know, Trisha kept reporting it, like, called them out on Twitter, and eventually an article got written about it. And then they did take it down for copyright, because that's one of the rules you can't break, is the copyright rule, because they could get sued for that. So eventually, like, literally a day after, these people are so on her, so crazy on her, like, a day after, a new Reddit formed, and Trisha Paytas made a whole video about it, like, yay, it's finally taken down. I've been trying to get this page down for so long, like, you know, I'm so glad it's down. The day after a new one came, they called it the Trishyland Wifeys, so they just added, like, the wifeys on it. So it's basically the Trishyland part 2. The trolls continue. So 2 days ago, she relaunched her skincare line. So she already launched the skincare line before, but, like, a bunch of trolls and stuff, she allegedly claims, like, that it was a bunch of trolls, but she got a bunch of reviews saying, like, it burned people's skin. And the creator that she was working with was, like, a small business or whatever, so, like, she was new, and she wasn't used to getting all this hate and all these, like, trolls messaging and all this, like, you know, stuff about her business. So she was like, so she decided to, like, you know, stop it. And then, you know, like, you know, for all we knew is that, like, they just, you know, stopped it for a while because they're getting all these hate and all these reviews, because, you know, Trish was really hated a lot at that time when she launched the skincare. Like, they were working on it before, because, like, before, if you don't know, she was doing this really, like, famous podcast that everybody know. Like, if you don't know about this podcast, you're not really on YouTube. So it's called Frenemies. So everybody would watch this podcast, and it was, like, her and Ethan was, like, this really, like, beloved, like, podcaster, and, like, she was doing her own thing, and these are really two big creators, and they, like, always had, like, kind of a beef, and they hated each other, kind of, like, they would go back and forth on the internet for a little bit, and then if they, like, met up, and then they decided, like, you know, this kind of works, we should do a podcast, and they called it Frenemies, because they're friend enemies. So, and it worked really well. But and that's actually how Trisha met her husband, which is so funny. So Trisha was like by herself, you know, like trolling, you know, always just by herself, miserable, as she claims. She got onto this, like, kind of did a collab with Ethan, and he was actually going to, like, the first collab they did was actually so Ethan could put, like, Trisha on this, like, he was gonna do, like, the Bachelorette version, and he was gonna line up a bunch of guys, and they would try and, like, you know, like, eventually date Trisha and see which one she would pick. But that actually never ended up happening, because one of the contestants, like, Ethan got was, like, Gila is Ethan's wife, and she had a brother, and they said, like, oh, can you do this thing for us? Like, can you be one of, like, the guys, the contestants, you know, like, put him in. So, which is so funny, because basically they ended up talking behind the scenes, like, I think Trisha messaged him or something, and they ended up talking, and they ended up really liking each other, so they didn't even do the show. They were, like, all of a sudden talking, and Ethan didn't even know. He just saw them posted together one day, and he was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you guys, I said, like, no talking, like, this is gonna ruin the whole thing, and, like, they were like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. And then they actually fell in love, and now they're married with a kid, and, like, the whole crazy thing is, like, Trisha fell out with Ethan, and, like, Moses is, like, kind of, like, on their side now. They don't talk. Like, Moses is her husband, doesn't talk with Gila or Ethan, so he doesn't talk with his sister or brother-in-law, and they're, like, separated, and now they have a kid. So, like, and then they bought a house together, and now they have a kid. So it's like they're locked in, you know. It's only been a year, 2 years now. It's so crazy, y'all. So, like, people are kind of, I think, being like, is this really gonna last? Because, you know, a kid doesn't mean permanent. Everybody knows a kid doesn't mean permanent. You can still, like, if you think a kid means permanent, then you got news for you. So people are kind of just watching about, like, okay. And then also people are wondering, has she really changed too? So, like, that's a whole drama in itself, which is crazy, you know? So, like, she's always been the talk, like, just crazy shit happening. But now it's kind of like nothing's happening, but all of a sudden she launched a skincare, and now this. So let's talk about this. I know, it's a lot. But it's very interesting, and it's, like, one of the topics that I love keeping up with, because I think this is, like, the craziest. Like, that is the craze. Everybody knows. Like, if you're on YouTube, you know this story. Oh, so the business was getting a lot of hate before, so they closed it, like, you know. Now she came back, and Trisha's relaunching the skincare again with the small business, because they're kind of friends, you know, like, they know each other. Like, Trisha kind of claims everyone she works with is her friend. But now she's claiming, like, you know, the small business is used to it, like, kind of, like, prepared on what's going to happen, you know, like, they're kind of ready a little bit. So now when they launched it, like, the Trishyland is literally out to get her. So allegedly, y'all, like, they launched the skincare brand, and it's called Malibu, and if you don't know, she named her daughter Malibu Barbie. Malibu Barbie. And, like, the subreddit always comes for her parenting, like, because she's just a new mom. Like, it's only been, like, 4 months. Her kid is 4 months old, y'all. She's still learning, new mom. They always come for, like, everything she does. Like, oh, she's not, like, holding her right, this and that. Like, they'll just try and pick at, like, literally anything, because that's what haters do. They try to come for everything. Like, you know, I know it well. I know. So, you know, what can you do? So they knew that this skincare was launching, and then they're like, oh yeah, like, Trisha's just using her baby as a prop. Like, she just wants to use her for videos. Like, they literally come for her because she, like, posts her child. But Trisha's been literally posting everything about her life forever. So, like, yeah, she's gonna post her child, you know? I mean, that's up to her. Like, yeah, there's creeps online, but it's like, what? There's creeps everywhere. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, I wouldn't be posting my child thinking, oh, somebody's gonna be doing something gross. So, like, oh my god, like, that is their issue. Like, I don't even want to think about that, but, like, you can't not, like, I can't not post, because who knows what someone's doing behind the camera right now watching me. Like, I don't know. Like, I know you want to protect your child, but, like, I wouldn't not post, like, can't post, period, because some creepo out there might, like, I'm just not gonna live my life like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a mom yet, so, like, I don't know, but I would definitely post my kid for sure. You know, weird. So, but everyone has their own opinion. If you don't want to post your kid, that's fine. I'm not gonna be like, you have to post your kid. Like, I don't give a fuck what do you do with your kid. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, they always come for her. And she just released her skincare line called Malibu, or it's called ASMR, because she's like does her ASMR now. She's really big on doing that, so she named it that. And then one of the skincare products was called Malibu, so she's kind of like, they're saying, oh, she's using her baby for like merch or whatever already, you know. So she just launched it, and basically all the reviews already, like no one has even gotten a new product, but like people are saying like it's literally just the same product but like rebranded, kind of like repackaged. So anyway, no one has gotten this yet because it literally just launched, and the pages were flooded with reviews, like, and they were like all bad, and like they're all like 5 stars, but it was like really like just saying, oh, like this messed up my skin, this and that. You can't leave a 1-star review. You can only leave 5 and this and that. And they also flooded with pictures because you can put pictures, and it's just like they posted like her nudes on there, like they were leaking her nudes and everything like that, like literally. Because if you don't know, Trisha Paytas does OF, so you know, she would post her own nudes on Twitter a lot of the time. Like she would literally just post, like there's so many times where if you're following Trisha, you will unexpectedly get flashed by her, like everything, like you will see her nudes because like she posts them so often. And like Ethan from the podcast even said like, I can't follow your page because like I didn't want to see that. Like you know, if you know Trisha, like you can't follow her without like seeing something, like for real, because she does post them herself like on Twitter to promote it. So you know, that's why lots of people like had those pictures to post them. Now she's coming out saying it was like revenge corn. So, and now like the debate was like kind of people were saying like it's not revenge corn, like she kind of has like the wording mixed up, because like revenge corn is more like when you're with a partner, you break up like those intimate pictures that you didn't already post to get leaked, you know, type thing. So like people are saying like you leaked them already, like they're already on Twitter, like this and that, you know. But it's the fact that like they're posting them on this professional business website. Like I can understand why she's upset. Like there's no reason why she wouldn't be upset by that. Obviously, like you wouldn't want to, like, you know. And she was also saying, you know, those were behind a paywall. Like she's saying lots of those were behind a paywall. You had to pay to see them, and now people are like posting them for free and stuff. But like a lot of the times, like you can see her full everything, like literally on Twitter. So that's why people are like, eh. But yeah, like still, that's still a shitty thing to happen. Like that's not a, that's like a, like that would be like crazy to happen. And like Trisha's also come out with like she has a lot of mental issues. She has like I think she said BPD. Yeah, I think BPT. So something like that could like trigger you into like having, like she has like these manic episodes, and like a lot of time like you do, like in the past she would like post her manic episode, like her just crying like online. And like something like that, like when she's trying to like kind of better herself, move on, like do like these other things, having that like just her professional, like just new, y'all, like literally just like full on, like oh my god, on this website, crazy. Like I would have thought that would trigger her into like a manic episode, like how she used to have. But now she's a mom, and like, you know, everyone's like, has she changed, has she not? I feel like this is one of the things that really showed that she has like grown from it, because she did make a post and she did cry a little bit, but she didn't cry like, people are like, she didn't cry with tears. Like whatever, like you would still be really upset like by that, you know? Like that would be upsetting. You don't need to be like in tears to know like a human being would be like upset by that. Like that's crazy. So like how she handled it, and how she's like, I'm just gonna move on from that, like I was embarrassed, you know. But yeah, I will post a little bit of her video, like you know, for commentary, so that we can hear her side of the opinion, you know, like you can actually hear like, you know, something she says. But you know, just to, so you can see the video of like how she came across, because normally, y'all, it's like manic. She'll be like hysterically crying, like, you know what I mean? But you know, she's a mom now, so like she has like, I mean, in my opinion of what I've seen so far in the short 4 months that she's been a mother, it's like, wow, she has really changed from the past Trisha. Now how long she will keep that up, like she could, who knows, like she could fall into a manic episode. Like the kid hasn't talked yet. The kid's not talking yet. Like once the kids get to that certain age, it's gonna be crazy, and she wants another one, so we'll see. But like with the whole like nude situation, like I feel like, yeah, that's awful for it to happen to anybody.
Not only is my revenge porn being posted and kept on Reddit, Trishyland's wifeys, they also post photos of my child that I do not consent to and make up stories about abuse. It's 666. Encouraging calls to CPS to report fake allegations. It's disgusting. Trishyland was taken down on Reddit, but they allow Trishyland wifeys to be created after ban evasion at Reddit, keeping my nudes on there to harass me and allowing my daughter to be posted on there without my consent. Disgusting.
Guys, what's up? I feel like I shouldn't even be making this video, like giving attention to this, but I'm kind of at my breaking point with Reddit, and there's really nothing that is being done about it. But it's going too far today because there is people posting basically revenge porn of me, basically photos from my OnlyFans, some that have been taken down, that were always behind a paywall, and posting them on public review sites and on my skincare site. And we're doing our best at working at taking this down as fast as we can. But the company that I partnered with is a small company based here out of LA, and she's a friend of mine, so she's been really supportive and trying to stick through me and trying to be like, let's just push through the hate. You know, we can only do so much. But what's so frustrating is Reddit allowing them to push it. It's all coming from this Reddit, Trishyland wifeys. It's all coming from them. The original Trishyland Reddit was taken down because of copyright infringement. They were posting stolen content from me. A lot of that content has been since taken down because it's content that I no longer feel I want out on the internet. It was always behind a paywall. I know once it's on the internet, it's there forever, but it's me nude on review sites that we don't even have like control over. It's like enough is enough. You know, they're posting it's been so many just false allegations, like just false, just made up stuff. And someone's like, I got sent this early and it burned my skin. It was posted on today, January 10th. No one was sent early. The name was clearly a name from Trishyland wifeys. It's obviously this meme that Reddit has come up with. It's like this 5% was the name or something like that. People think I'm like independently wealthy. I'm not. I make money because of my OnlyFans. And it's something that you guys know I've struggled with, especially since becoming a mom, if I even want it still up. But the fact that it's being used against me now, like when I'm trying to do something outside of it, when I'm trying to like, you know, build a business outside of that. And it's not just nudes. It's not just nudes. It's like videos that I am kind of ashamed of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very ashamed. Especially now being a parent, I knew that it was going to be out there forever, but now this Reddit that has 40,000 followers, and they're saying, well, she deserves it because she did this, this, and this. Oh, she trolled, you know, 10 years ago, so she deserves this. And the reviews, and we're screenshotting all of it. The reviews are nasty photos of videos of me with other people, which those.
So, I don't know, what are your opinions on it, y'all? Like, because people are saying, oh, it's not revenge porn, this and that, but, like, you know, even if it's not, it's still, like, that's shitty. It's a shitty thing to happen. It's hard to even, like, you know, give opinion on that. And people are like, she deserves it for all the stuff she did in the past, this and that. It's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, lots of people are saying she hasn't apologized for a lot of things she's done. And, like, she said, like, I think she has apologized for some, but not all. She won't acknowledge everything. But, like, you don't, like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to even give an opinion on that. Like, it's crazy. But, yeah. Anyway, y'all, so what do you think about the situation? This is, you know, always an open conversation about it. It's sad. The Trishy Reddit is crazy, though. I wonder if they're going to get taken down again, because that's just... They're so crazy on there, y'all. It's constantly every day, like to every hour posting. Like, it's like who has the time? That's crazy. They're obsessed. Like, it's kind of nice. I know it's feeding her narcissistic ego, like just having people like constantly watching her every second of every hour, every post. Anyway, you already know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.